Hello Facebook marketers and welcome back again to my channel. And thanks for watching this mastermind class of the Facebook retargeting aids. And after watching this tutorial, I promise you're gonna be able to set up your first ever Facebook retargeting ads campaigns for your own e-commerce store or for your clients' businesses. And you will be able to create the most profitable retargeting ads campaign, and you will be able to generate maximum return on ads spent. So before we get started with the tutorial, let me quickly explain the topics that we are going to cover in this tutorial one by one. So the first thing is I will give you a recap of the previous class, so that the people who have not yet watched the tutorial can go back to that tutorial and watch the tutorial. Then I will be showing you my secret tips and two hacks to be used in the copywriting and the ad creatives. And then I will also tell you about a free tool, which is not free in fact, but uh, you can just create a profile over there, and using the free version of that tool you will be able to design the great ad creatives for your Facebook ad campaigns, even if you are not a designer. Okay, and then I will show you the return on ad spend that we managed to achieve using the same framework, the tips and the hacks. And lastly, I will show you how you can set up your first retargeting Facebook ads campaign, and I will give you few recommendation on budgeting, because most of the people do not know how much budget should they allocate to the retargeting ads campaigns or any um, prospecting based campaigns. So before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that you get notified instantly for every new tutorial. And if you enjoy this tutorial, be sure to give it a thumbs up as well, so as to support this tutorial and help more and more people watch this tutorial on the platform. So what we actually discussed in the last tutorial. Basically, in the last tutorial, we discussed how to create custom audiences in the Facebook Audience Manager. We discussed how to segment your store or website visitors and how to create different lists for retargeting ads, because most of the people do not know how to create the custom audiences and how to segment the website visitor to retarget them, and so that to show them different message at the right time. So if you are someone who has not yet watched the tutorial, be sure to click on this link and go back to that tutorial and watch the tutorial. So now let's go to the hacks or the tips that I wanted to give you. So actually this is a screenshot of my current Facebook retargeting ads. So I want to break it down so that you can understand and the importance of different parts of the Facebook ad copy and the headlines, and then I will show you some ad creatives that are simple in nature, but that still will work for you if you are just getting started with the Facebook or Instagram ads. So as you can see, it's a little bit lengthy copy, but uh, still it's captivating. As you can see, the first part is, of course, how to get rid of sleepless nights forever. This is basically a question, and in general, when you ask a question in your ad copy, the engagement rate is usually high as compared to other ad copies. So it will be grateful so if you can use the questions and an answer in your ad copies. So but let me just break down it. So this is, at one side it is a question and it's a pain point as well, because the people who are afflicted with depression and anxiety, they do not have sound sleep at night. So the first thing we addressed here is their pain point. Okay, then in the next part we actually talk about the benefit, or in other words we answer the same question. So at first we talked about the pain point, and then we discussed the benefit that the customer will get from our product. So it says, well, kava is the best option. Kava powder can help in reducing anxiety, uncertainty, and insomnia. It also helps to start the day with more energy and focus. Okay. And the next part that you see is a social proof with a 5-star emoji. So it's always recommended to use the emojis in your ad copies, because it captures the audience, the attention of the audience. Okay. So as you can see, this is a 5-star review from one of our customer, and this is his review about our product. Okay. And then you see the clickable link, which is the kava.com. Uh, you must always put a clickable link in your ad copy. It's just because most of the people do not know about the call to action button, and they don't know where to click to load the website in order to make a purchase. Okay, so I mean, most of the people do not know about this part of the Facebook ads, and they don't know they should click on the image to load the website. So if you have a link in your ad copy, then you may have a higher click-through rate and more visits to your website. And on the other side, we also created an urgency in this paragraph. As you can see, so Canva.com is now selling all the items at a massive 15% discount that will not last for longer. Okay, so this is actually where we create the urgency. And in the last part of this ad copy, we are talking about the call to action button, and we are just telling them to act now. As you can see, it says act now before it's too late. Use the code to get the discount. Okay, so this is how you can just copy this framework and use within your own retargeting ads campaigns. Okay, so now there is no hard and fast rule for this framework to follow. So because for example, you can put this part at the beginning of the copy, and sometimes you may not use the questions. Okay, um, it's okay if you just go with the social proof, and then at some point you talk about the personal financial benefits of your product, and then you have a clickable link, and then at last you should have a call to action. Okay, so the last thing about the 8 copy tips is the headline of your Facebook ads. And this is the actually the thing that captures the attention of the reader, and it seems to be a thumb-stopping thing where you can actually use your most enticing offers and most selling hot selling words. So as you can see, the 15% off is our offer, and then we have the urgency. Okay, for limited time only. So this is how you can write your own captivating 8 copy. So moving forward, we see the ad creative tips. As you can see, I have put 3 different ad creatives, and I'm using all of them. They might be very simple in nature. As you can see, this one, this one, this one, they're all very simple in nature, but trust me, they work uh, really, really amazingly for us, because simplicity is the best policy. Okay, uh, just make sure that you're using the great background colors, and you have the text overlay on the image. So as you can see in this ad creative, we talk about the benefit. In this image we also talk about the benefit, and in the third image we also talk about the the benefit. So now one main point that should be bear in mind is that it actually varies from business to business. So for some businesses the static images works great, and for some businesses the video ads work great. So the thing to keep in mind here is you should test different audiences, different ad creatives, different video ads, different ad copies. So for example on Facebook you have multiple options. You can use static image, you can use video ads, you can use carousel ads. So there are a few things you can just play with. So now this is actually the tool where you can design the free ad creatives. Like I said in the start, uh, it's called canva.com, okay, and it has actually a free version and a paid version as well. So being on a free version, you still will be able to create stunning ad creatives for your Facebook ad campaigns. And as you can see, you can get lots of templates like about social media. As you can see, Instagram stories, Instagram posts, Facebook covers, and you can actually create a custom design. So still, being on a free version of this tool, you can create stunning images, and even you can find pre-made template and then just fill in your own information, your own product images, and you are good to go. So make sure to use canva.com if you are a Facebook or Instagram marketer, because sometimes it helps like a designer, because the people who are just getting started with the Facebook or Instagram ads might not have big budgets at the start. So in the start you can rely on this tool. Later on, when your business grows and you have big budgets, then you can of course hire a designer to design these stuff for you. But for now you can rely on canva.com just, okay. So the next thing we have is the return on ad spend. This is actually a snapshot from my Facebook Ads Manager, and this is the return on ad spend that we managed to achieve using the same ad copy, the same ad images, and the same hacks. And I will show you in a moment how you can set up the Facebook retargeting ad campaign. I will show you how you can put in the audiences, how you can put in the images, how you can put in the ad copy and stuff like that. So these are the actually simple breakdown of our strategy, and you just need to follow the same hacks and implement this on your own business. And now let's go to the Facebook Ads Manager, where I will show you how you can set up the Facebook retargeting ads campaign to retarget the visitors of your website. Okay guys, so once you're in the Facebook Ads Manager, you simply need to click on this green create button in order to create your first Facebook retargeting ads campaign. As you can see, there are multiple Facebook ad campaigns objective, so we will go with the conversion objective and continue. So the campaign setting will be loaded in a moment. The first thing is always we need to provide the campaign name first. Okay, so first let me quickly explain these three steps of Facebook campaign creation. For now we are the Facebook the ad campaign level setting, and once we complete this setup, then we will move on to the ad set level setting, where we have to set up different things like the audiences, the the Facebook pixels, the event optimization and the window attribution and the like location selection, and then we will move on to the ads level setup. So for now we are the campaign level setting. Okay, so let me just quickly provide it a name, and I often provide the date as well, because sometimes um, you just get lost in the campaigns and you don't know when and what campaign you created. Okay, so it says 3 days visitors, and I know I'm retargeting the people who visited my store in the last 3 days. Okay, so after that we have the campaign details, we have the A/B testing, we have the campaign budget optimization. I will not just switch on this campaign budget optimization because I don't have multiple ad sets at the moment. But if I have more than one ad set, then I will definitely just switch on the campaign budget optimization. You can take a look at this campaign budget optimization. I have explained this multiple times in my tutorial. Okay, so let's click on the next to enter the ad set level settings. Okay, again, first we have to provide the name, 3 days visitors, so it indicates that we're retargeting the people who visited our store in the last 3 days. Okay, then you have to select the conversion event location. You are driving back these people to the website, to your app, or to messenger, or to your WhatsApp. Okay, and then you have to select the conversion event. Okay, so if I just remove this event, then you can see there are a lot of other events that you can choose from, but in our case we are going with the purchase because we want people to come back and make a purchase. Okay, and then we see the budget schedule. Okay, and this is how you can provide your budget. Once you have the daily budget, and then you have the lifetime budget. Okay, so I mostly go with the daily budget, and my daily budget will be $5 a day. And like I said, I will provide few recommendation about the budgeting your ad campaigns. So basically the budget depends on the size of your audience. Okay, so for example, uh, I'm gonna give you a clue. If your audience size is under 5,000 people, that your daily budget should be $5. Okay, and this is a simple trick that you can use and scale up your Facebook ad budgets. So 5,000 people should have a $5 daily budget when it comes to retargeting ad campaigns. Okay, uh, in the prospecting campaigns, we have to spend larger budgets. Okay, so keep in mind this thing. Okay, then you have the schedule date. It's the start date, and you can provide an end date as well, but this is optional. Okay, then we see the audience section. This is how and where you can select your lookalike, custom audiences, or saved audiences. So for me, it's the custom audience, and as you can see, the these are the people who visited the last 3 days visitors excluding the purchases. Okay, so it means I am retargeting the people who visited our website in the last 3 days, and I excluded the people who made purchase in the last 3 days. Okay, and then you can actually provide a location as well, the age, the gender, the detail. So I mostly leave them all of these thing as a default, because when I have a custom audience, so Facebook knows who and when to retarget a specific user. But if you have the data about your own customers, so for example, you may have an idea that my customer lie between the age group of 25 to 50, then you can change the age. And if you know that your customers are mostly women, then you can actually change the gender to the woman. But I generally leave all of these things as it is. Okay, so then you say the optimization delivery. Okay, actually there are a few things. Facebook says what you want these people to do. So for example, you can bring value. For example, you can say Facebook to bring the customers on uh, minimum return on ad spend. Okay, then you can bring people to the, for example, you can tell people Facebook to bring the conversion or the landing page views or other options. For example, link clicks, daily unique reach, impression. So my recommendation is to always go with the conversion or the value optimization. So value might not be available in your ad campaign, ads manager, because for now it might be available to some Facebook ads accounts. So if it's available to you, then great, just use this. Okay, so I will just switch back to the conversion. Then you can actually provide a cost control as well, and I will leave it as it is. Okay, so there is an error. It says invalid attribution window for the app event optimization. Let me quickly take a look at this error. There is no error. Okay, so now let's go to the aids level setup. Okay, as always, you first need to provide the name to the aids, to the aid set, to the aid campaign. Okay, then under identity you have to select the Facebook page and the Instagram account. Okay, and make sure your Instagram account is connected with your Facebook business page. Okay, then you see the dynamic formats and the creative. I will just switch off this option because I'm not going to use the dynamic formats. And you just take a look at this and read this description. You will know what it is. So as you can see, there are multiple formats. So for example, you can use the single image or the video, you can use the carousel, you can use the collection. Okay, so like I said, when you're at the carousel, then you have to select the carousel cards manually or automatically from your catalog. Okay, so in our case we are going with a single image or video. Okay, so then under the media you can provide your images or the videos. Okay, so let's wait for it to be loaded properly. This is actually the aid image that we will use. Click next and done. So now we have to provide the aid copy, the headline, and the website link where needed. So first let's provide the website link where I want the visitor to drive, and then we need to provide the aid copy. When you click in this blank field, then Facebook provides text suggestions, and these are actually the text that you have used in the last 8 campaigns. Okay, so I have my 8 copy ready, and I will simply just copy and paste this in the primary text option. So this is how my 8 copy will look like. So now I need to provide the headline as well. Okay, so my headline is also great. So let me quickly provide the headline. Okay, so now our ad campaign is ready. Okay, and we're retargeting the people who visited in our store in the last 3 days, and this is our ad copy, this is the offer, and this is the you can see the ad image, and this is the call to action button. So let me show you one more thing, is that this is where you can actually select your call to action button. So for example, you can switch between these call to action buttons like the see menu, request time, play game, sign up, subscribe, watch more. Okay, uh, But when you're selling some products um, like mine, then you must use the shop now. And if you have a sign up form on your website, then you will use the sign up call to action button. Otherwise, our campaign is ready and nothing else is needed further. Simply, we need to click publish. So I hope this has been a super helpful tutorial. And if you have got any question, please ask me in the comment section. I will try to quickly reply to your questions. And once again, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, then please make sure to give it a thumbs up as well, so as to support the tutorial and help others watch this tutorial on the platform. Thanks for watching and your time. I will see you in the next one.